Hi, guys. How are y'all doing today? All right, this message is going to be for the healers, right? A lot of times, healers, we're there for everyone, and many times we're not there for ourselves. We put ourselves last. It kind of seems like it's the nature of the job sometimes. But this reading is going to be about healer, heal thyself. So let's see what Spirit has to say with advice for the healer. All right, let's begin. All right, this is Nine of Wands. Sometimes when the card floats off a little bit, I will sit there and take a look at it. So this is kind of a defensive position already, the wounded warrior. Let's continue. Okay. I hope y'all caught that. It did not want to go back inside the deck, so let's just put it to the side for a second. Ah, one more shuffle. Hang on. All right. First of all, I don't care what other cards come up here. This is already going to be beautiful because what you don't see coming is a complete opposite energy of what you're feeling right now, which thank God, I love that. All right. So, what we have is y'all manifesting. The reason for everything being here is that you are using every single tool that you have in your back pocket in order to make things happen, whether it's for yourself or for other people. And you're actually doing a good job of it too. It's not like you're, resisting or going through stuck energy, but it's you pulling things forward. Hmm. I'm actually getting another message. Sorry. So, there are some people that are in stuck energy right now. You're feeling it. Sorry. But this is about pulling through that, then having everything that you need, having everything that you need and still making things happen. Yes, this is a making something out of nothing energy. That's really what this is. You're learning how to make something out of nothing and you're always doing it. That's what this is. You're always doing it. It's not that you're not meeting resistance, it's that you're meeting resistance and overcoming it. It is kind of taking a toll on you, which is probably why this card didn't even want to go back into the deck. The Nine of Wands usually comes from a person or comes out because a person is always in a position of defense, right? Defending people, places, situations, yourself. All of these wands here have smoke and steam coming off of them because they've all been in use, and she's about to sit here and use two more in battle. So you may have guides that you're working with, you may have spirits that you're working with at this time. But it does start to take a toll. It does start to take a toll. And just because you're battle hardened, you're seasoned, you know what you're doing, doesn't mean that you're still not a human being and that you don't have batteries that run out. So that's kind of the feeling that you're in right now. The fact that this card wouldn't go back into the deck, it's just letting me know that this is the energy. So you may be able to pull through. You may be able to get what it is that you need and bring it into the forefront, whether it's for yourself or for other people. And it's probably both, actually. But it's wearing you out. I'm hearing better boundaries. So right now, yeah, you're in a position of the Knight of Wands. You're the rescuer. It's basically everything I said. I'm wondering if all the other cards are going to come out and basically say exactly what I just said. You're in the position of always charging forward. You know, it's you being the one that everyone is calling on. You're the rescuer, you know, and nothing really sits still for you, not for too long. And I think that's the energy that you're starting to get a little bit tired of because everything does change. That's the one constant in this universe, is that things will always change. But as humans, we do have the need to rest. We need to rest, we need to recharge, and I feel like you're not getting that right now. Yeah, so you are pouring out from your cup and you have a good cup. I think what it is other people sense that about you too, that your cup fills up pretty nicely. You know, you're able to tap into spirit, you're able to tap into your gifts, you're able to tap into whatever it is that you need to in order to get what it is that you need. But every well can run dry if it's not given the chance to replenish. So you're starting to feel a bit tired, a bit worn, and you keep moving forward because you feel like you have to, because if you stop moving, you might feel as if everything would fall apart. So you keep going. But at the same time, you might be teaching people to rely on you inadvertently by always saving them. Sometimes people need to fall on their face a little bit. It's a lesson. And you might really love these people and you might not want to see that happen to them. But how else do people learn how to do things um, for themselves if you're always doing it for them? You know, think about teaching a child how to tie their shoes, right? If you're always tying their shoes up for them, putting their clothes on, fixing them up, they'll never learn how to do it for themselves. And the first time that they sit there and tie their shoes or dress themselves, they look a little off, right? You know, but they're learning, they're doing it. And eventually they get better at it, but not without going through falling on their face first a little bit. Everybody has to go through that. All right, so we have the King of Pentacles here. The fact that he's coming up in a position representing fighting for survival. What are you fighting for survival for, right? This really doesn't indicate fighting for survival. This is more of like, let me rest on my laurels. I have everything that I need. Are you able to rest? The cards are saying no. Are you able to put things away for yourself? Are you able to plan for your future? I feel like this is the energy that you are constantly tugging at by getting up. You're stubborn about it too, actually. And I don't even think you mean to be. I don't think that you realize that that's what's happening. It's like, you know, I don't want to say that you have people always looking at what it is that you have, but maybe you do. Maybe you do. So maybe they're always there, or maybe it's your nurturing energy, you know. And I'm also getting like even strangers for some people. This actually happens to me. I will be minding my own business and trying to shop, and people will come and tell me whatever about their lives. And I'm always wondering, like, why? Why do people do that? It's your energy. You feel very comfortable, you feel very nurturing to people. So that is kind of draining, though. If you're just trying to do something, if you're trying to go out for something really quick and come back home, but every single time you go out, you're met with somebody that wants to tell you their life story because they sense that you are the person to help them. That's kind of what it is. It's like you're not completely boundaries. There we go. You're not completely putting up boundaries and tending to yourself first. So you're sacrificing that, honestly. Is putting yourself first. It could be this is like one of the hard things for healers to learn because it always feels like you're being selfish or you're being mean or you're telling people to kick rocks when really what you're doing is self preservation because this is your natural energy. This is your natural energy to have things, to be bountiful, to be plentiful. But it's hard to do that if you're always being tapped dry. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups here, and this is what's ready to be reclaimed, right? So this can be with another person, but this is all about the healer. It's what you need to reclaim for yourself. And that's just being in your own energy, being in balance, being in harmony with yourself, but actually enjoying it, not feeling like it's a punishment, you know? And let me explain. It could be hard for you to relax. It could be hard for you to not move because you're so used to being in this energy. Check and see if you can rest for 5 minutes and not do anything, not be obligated to anybody, not even make any plans in your head for what needs to be done, not thinking about anything, just sitting still. Can you do that and be comfortable? You might find it hard. So this is what you're ready to reclaim. Just being in harmony, being at ease. The world. This is you being restored. This is you being complete. Part of your mission of being a healer, it's like it's become your only identity, but that's not all you're here to do. That's not all you're here to do. You're also here to live life. Do you not see all the joy in all of these cards? You know, like you're meant to be in this energy, but you have to kind of allow it. And in this sense, I hate to say it, but it seems like you might be in your own way a little bit, because the second the phone rings, you're picking it up to find out who it is and what they want and how can you help them. You're on autopilot with that when you're meant to spend some of your time here. I would say if you've been living too much in the other energy where you're always at the beck and call of other people, try just not doing that flat out and see how people are. See how you are in your own energy. And that's going to have to be something you learn to get comfortable with, because people will rebel when they are used to you being there. Oh, will they pull out all the tricks? You will get guilt tripped. You will be the mean person all of a sudden. Everything that you're probably fearful of, that's exactly what you'll be. However, you have to enjoy life while you are here. You can't spend your life taking care of other people's expectations or being what everyone thinks you should be, especially if it's not what you want to do in that moment. Okay. Now we have the moon. Okay. This is a shadow thing for you. I'm probably saying a lot of things you might think I'm mean, because this is something that you don't really want to look at. It's something that you don't want to look at, but the more or the longer you don't look at it, it's like the bigger that energy gets. So if you have found yourself recently where this, and I feel like you have, where you are going to the rescue over and over again, and it seems like it's more than it used to be, like you've already been in this energy forever. But if you feel like, dang, I am still flying and it's nighttime and I need to be in bed, but I'm still taking care of this thing, that thing, the third. And if I don't do it, everything is going to fall apart because these people don't know how to do it without me, A, B, C, and D. If you are finding that this is happening to you more and more and more, this is spirit giving you the biggest clue that yes, you can do it. But just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should. And you're actually taking away from other people's lessons when you do that, because they need to learn how to fend for themselves. You know, what happens if you decide to move and they got to do it on their own? Then what? You know what'll happen? They will figure out how to get it done. So this may seem harsh and you may not want to hear this message, but it's important because a lot of times healers do not look at themselves as somebody that also needs healing. They will look at everybody else and see how to be there for them. And they will flat out refuse to do that for themselves or not even think about it. Okay. So you've got the Four of Cups here. Hmm. This is your energy now, basically. I think there's a little bit of this going on. I feel like this is where we are here. That you're starting to get frayed at the edges, right? It's starting to look a bit much. Honestly, spirit is asking you to look at this. The sooner that you do look at this, look at what is causing you to feel drained, frayed, tired. It could be people very, very close to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be with work, but it could be. But if it's bothering you a lot, it's something that's important to you. It's something that you might feel is making your world turn a little bit. It could be like your family, it could be a job. Your job can make your world turn, right? Because that's where you get your bread and butter from, etc. It helps you pay your bills, all the things, right? So if you're worried about how to maneuver and put yourself first in that situation, talk to your spirits, ask them what it is that you need to do, because you're being guided to look at this. And without looking at it, spirit is going to keep pushing you until you look at this. It's going to keep growing. But this it is what comes at the end of that, after you've looked at it, after you've resolved it, after you pick yourself, which, if you think about it, that should be the easiest thing to do, right? But not for a healer. It's like the hardest thing to do is to pick yourself first, to choose yourself. Crazy, huh? But we got the 10 of Cups, which really symbolizes wholeness, unity with the family, etc. Look at them with the little picnic and everything. I think there's a cat in like every picture in this card, but it's talking about harmony, complete emotional fulfillment, being able to fill your own cup and enjoy the fact that it's full or overflowing, because you haven't already given it out to someone the second that you filled your cup. Think of a paycheck, right? Before you even get your paycheck, the federal and all different types of governmental agencies have already dipped their hands in it. It's like, wow, that's how you're treating your cup. It's like before you can even get to enjoy your cup being full, you've already poured out to other people. So this is you completely enjoying your full cup. All right. Let me see if I can find out a little more. What's with this 4 of Cups? Why is that there? Okay. There's a karmic lesson here. Hmm. You know, this, I can't show certain words here. I'm going to see if I can block that out. But this is talking about relationships that are, um, they're karmic. Put it like that. The relationships are karmic. It's someone that knows what they're doing. That's really what I'm getting for you right here. This is a part of your purpose. It's not your only purpose. We have so many missions, right, in this life that we come here to achieve, to learn, to grow through. This is definitely one of them for you. And you can tell that it is because it keeps getting bigger, right? It's because spirit is not going to let you ignore it because it's your lesson. And the more you ignore it, it's like the worse it gets. It's spirit giving you the biggest clue that this is what's going on for you. But whatever, if this is a relationship with a person, or even if it's with a job or something, the fact that it's getting more and more difficult, there's a lesson in this for you. All right. So you're not going to get the satisfaction that you want. You're not going to be able to sit in your Empress energy, your King of Pentacles energy, your 10 of Cups energy. You're not going to be able to manifest things more for yourself and just do what you want to do. For those that actually practice ritual work, it's like you're not even focusing on things that you want to do for you. You may be working on, let's say, protection all day long instead of something that you actually want to bring in. So just take a look at that. Let me see if I can find out a little more about the 4 of Cups. All right. Can you tell me who this is about? Okay. Really? Could be family. This might be family for a lot of people, or family business. We have marriage here at the bottom of the deck, and we also have a mature woman. You could be this mature woman. It could be a married couple. But either way, this could be family or something that affects the family. Main female, courthouse, and then marriage again. something that you feel bound to or that you are bound to. This is definitely something legal. So, this is probably why you're having a hard time with it. It's not really something that looks easy to get out of comfortably. It's not something that's really easy to just ignore. So, you're probably thinking of ways to help yourself in this situation already. All right, let me get some advice. Spirit, can we get some advice on what they need to do in order to get through this energy and get to that 10 of cups? All right, fine. All right, whenever I get meditate in any reading, it's literally tap in yourself. I don't know if you're starting to feel like you're not connected anymore, because that's literally what this phone tree, it says community. I read intuitively. This is literally what it is for me. It's like your ability to tap in and connect to spirit. The fact that I see meditation here says that you're probably not doing that. You might not believe that you're getting the right messages. You are. You need to tap in, meaning you need to ask the question. Some of you need to actually say it out loud. Ask your question. What can I do with this situation? What can I do about this situation? What is the next step in alignment with my greatest good? Manifest. It's something you need to actively participate in. You need to take the movement. So it's not going to fix itself. It's not going to fix itself. You might be sitting there hoping for something to get better on its own, to resolve on its own. You may be hoping that the other person may see what it is that they're doing, which is probably draining your energy, and act better. If this is a job situation, for example, you might be hoping that they stop, overloading you with whatever workload it is, however it is that you work. And it's not going to resolve on its own. You have to make it happen. You probably already have been putting that energy out there, some of you, but you need to take a little bit more active steps in order to make that happen. It's like you're still going sideways around the issue, trying to find a back door somewhere, and spirit is asking to be real direct about this issue. You can't bypass or skate by a lesson that you're meant to learn. It's something you have to actively move through. All right, we also have connections. This is something else that, oh, I put the cards back. This is also something else that points to possibly family, but it's people that you are in obviously close connection with. Could be multiple connections too. We also have transformation and control. All right. You know what I'm seeing with this is like the whole dynamics of where you put your energy right now is what needs to be changed. This is something that you have to do. All right. It's something that you have to look at if you want it to change. Otherwise, it will continue growing in the shadows. It's something that even you might want to remain hidden. It may be like an aspect that is hidden for you. Let me see. For the moon. Okay. Oh, freaking K. Courtship. We have expectation, false person, and change. It's like somebody that's expecting a lot from you. They know what they're doing. Whoever this is, they know what they're doing. And they kind of cozy up. They pick their moments. It's like there's cycles going on here, right? So things could be going a certain way. Um, you could be having like an uptick. I feel like pocket watcher. I wanted to say that way at the beginning, but I'm like, nah, let me not let me not come out like that. But yeah, this looks like somebody that watches how things are going for you. They sit there, they wait, they watch, and they cozy up to you in the meantime. and they start extracting things from you. Then it's like you don't even get a chance to enjoy whatever it is before they're right there with whatever. It could be someone that always needs help with something. And then we have change as well. Despair is at the bottom of the deck, and then courthouse at the top. All right, why is change here? Actually, bear with me. Let me see. Why is change here? Hmm. Okay. So I kind of pulled this card out because it just felt funny to me. What is manifesting and why? What are you actually working on over here with the magician? What are you working on? Because something that you are trying to pull through is shifting things, it's fixing things, it's aligning things for you. It may not look like it, it may look like it's going in the opposite direction, but that's probably based on your perspective. I'm getting that not everybody or everything or everyone, not everyone can come with you wherever it is that you're going. Making spirituality a priority, it's, yeah, it's your manifesting energy. Not to mention, your guides are still showing up for you here. Your spirit team is showing up for you here. They want you to remember that you are abundant and blessed. I mean, we saw this energy. That's your actual energy. And I feel like your team is trying to get you back there. And then let go of denial. What are you not looking at? What is it that you're not looking at? I'm also getting, how did you get to this point? Take a look at how you got to this point. You may need to journal. You may need to start writing things down and tracing steps back to how did you even get here with this person, with this situation to begin with. Because I think that will give you a big clue as to what needs to shift. Because there's something, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, thinking that something is going to change somehow, some way, you're not doing the right thing. You're not doing the right thing because you are a manifester. You are able to move things. You're a healer, right? You're able to make things happen, but you're working on the wrong issue. You're working on the wrong issue. So you need to kind of go back to the drawing board, look at what's happening, trace some things back, and make a different, take a different step, go in a different direction. If you've been going north this entire time, go east. Do something a little different. Okay. All right. I knew this message was going to be a little bit tough because it's for healers, and healers are always, like I said, healers are always there for everybody, but not necessarily for themselves. It's probably one of the hardest things for healers to do is to be there for themselves the way that they're there for other people. Um, but I do want you guys to just take a look at why that is, why this is happening with what your situation is. Everyone's situation is going to be different, and make a move to change that. You have to be there for yourself. You know what I mean? You have to be there for yourself. And also tell me this. I asked this in one of my earlier readings. Who is there for you? I might have been talking to you at that time too, but who is there for you? If things don't work out the way you want them to, right? The way you intend them to, if you aren't the glue for everything, if all of a sudden you stop, who can you lean on? And if you're scratching your head right now, wonder, well, who is that person? Who can I lean on? It's always me. I always do everything. That's the point. That's the point. All right. So I wish I had a better message. Let me see if I can pull just one more positive message and find out what's going on with this Ten of Cups. How can they know that they're there? How can they bring it in? Can we get some guidance, Spirit? Hmm. I'm laughing because this seems kind of obvious. The Ace of Cups. What have we been talking about this whole time is filling your cup. We've got Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. So as you are filling your own cup, first of all, let me go back. Spirit's advice to you is to focus on filling your own cup and being emotionally fulfilled, right? Taking care of the things that make you happy. I give this advice in nearly every reading. If you like painting, go do something like that. If you like doing something, and if you like particular hobbies, but doing this all the time prevents you from doing your hobbies, doing what you love the most, stop doing that. Do this. Say, forget this for a second. You need to do this. And if not now, when? If not now, when? Okay. And yes, these people, the institution, whatever it is going to be mad. They're going to be talking about it. Look at this right here. We've got two cauldrons here. There's not a cauldron in every single card, but you manifesting and being in your element, your energy, fulfilling yourself, doing what aligns for you, right, is going to irritate people. It is going to make people upset. And you're going to have to figure out how to be comfortable with that. That's kind of the energy you need to be in. Protect what is yours with the Four of Pentacles. This doesn't always have to be a miser energy, right? This can sometimes mean that you have a lot, but you keep giving it away. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. And then, even worse, enjoy it, you know? And you could have some jealous, some envious people too, that it would just piss them off to know that this is what you're doing with your own, whatever it is, everything that you've earned, whatever it is that you worked hard for. If it's your money, if it's your talent, they may be sick watching you enjoy yourself. Who cares? Why can't they find what they want to do? Why can't they find something for themselves to do, right? Yeah, so mm, that's going to be your tough spot, is dealing with this energy, but I say go for it anyways. Hold on to what's yours. Hold on to what's yours. You've earned it. All right, I hope that that helps. Thank you so much for listening, for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.